What's going on, guys? So in this video, I'm going to be ranking all of the Michael Myers from worst to best, including how they're portrayed and the actors doing the work. And to be truthful, I don't think any of these portrayals are bad by any means. I don't think we've had one just absolutely terrible portrayal of Michael Myers, but some of you might actually be shocked by my list. And this will be based on individual movies. So if the same actor plays Michael in two different films, I'll be judging it solo. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, in last place we have Shanks in Halloween 5: The Revenge of Michael Myers. Now, I like Shanks. I don't have an issue really with his portrayal. I actually think that he, besides Donald Pleasance, is the strongest element of Halloween 5. The mask is a little funky, but he kind of moves like the Shake, and we actually have some stalking in this movie from this Michael Myers, like the 78 film, and that's always a plus for me. But this is why Michael from Halloween 5 gets knocked down. Michael Myers cries in this film. This is a bigger example of character assassination than what they did to Luke Skywalker in Star Wars Episode 8: The Last Jedi. This is what knocks this down all the way to last place for me. Again, not a bad portrayal. Not bad by any means. Shanks did pretty good. But if it hadn't have been for the crying scene, I'd probably be singing a different tune. And maybe this would have been pushed. Maybe Shanks would have been pushing top 5. I don't know. But, yeah, the crying really knocks it down a peg for me. Or a bunch of pegs, rather. So, next to last. And I realize that, you people need to realize that I'm not meaning anything bad by this, but James Jude Courtney in Halloween 2018. Now, we know that I don't like the movie, but James Jude Courtney is fine in Halloween 2018. I think that he is a bit overrated, but not bad. He did a good job in Halloween 2018. When I saw this movie, people were saying that he was exactly like Nick Castle, and I just didn't see it then, and I don't see it now. I didn't feel that connection of continuity from 78 to 2018 in terms of the shape when I watched it. And I didn't feel that this was the natural progression of the 78 shape like everyone else seemed to see. I just don't see it. I see where I wanted to see that, but it's just not there for me. This Michael, just to me, isn't frightening. He looks cool, the mask looks good and all, but I don't find this Michael scary. I don't know why I feel that way. I just do. And I don't know. I'm sorry to disappoint people, but that's just how I feel about Halloween 2018. Alright, so next we have James Jude Courtney again in Halloween Kills. Now, I hate this movie. It's an awful movie to me, and I think it's the worst in the franchise. And I think the movie's way worse than Halloween 2018. If it's worse than the franchise, it's probably safe to say that's worse than 2018. Because of the fundamental flaws in the filmmaking in this movie. I don't like this movie. But James Jude Courtney does kind of step it up as the Shape in this movie. His portrayal is a lot more vicious, and while that's not really what I was looking for in a portrayal of the Shape in the original series, it was more entertaining to watch than the 2018 film, excuse me. To an extent, I thought that this portrayal of Michael was better. Is this a complete deviation from the 78 film? Yes, and I have an issue with that because this is the original series. But I rank it higher because Michael has one scene where he stalks in the movie. And no, it didn't feel anything like Nick Castle, but at least we had that one scene where he stalks, and I guess I'll take it. Alright, so next we have Dick Warlock in Halloween 2, 1981. I can put Dick Warlock above James Jude Courtney, as I can say that this Michael feels more vicious in the way he kills overall. I mean, he buries a claw hammer in a stereotypical balding donut-eating hospital security guard's head, and that was awesome. I also do like the stalking in the beginning, and even in the middle of the movie, in the end, in the hospital. There's a lot more stalking by this Michael, and you'll see throughout the video how important the stalking is to me with Michael Myers. The stalking with Michael Myers is a core element of his character. So I'm a big stalking Michael Myers stalking connoisseur, I guess is the way to put it. But I do appreciate in Halloween 2 that Michael still stalks, but my issue is that he moves at a snail's pace and doesn't walk anything like a man. Now, that could be due to the fact that he was stabbed and shot off a balcony in the last film, and this film picks up exactly where the first one left off. But then again, it's the shape we're talking about here, and he can pretty much make magic happen. So, not a huge fan of Dick Warlock, but he's fine. He's alright. I think he's better than James Jude Courtney. I'm sure that's a controversial opinion that'll get me crucified, and that's fine. Alright, moving on to Tyler Mane and Rob Zombie's Halloween 1. I like this Michael, and the reason I do is because this isn't John Carpenter's Halloween. This is Rob Zombie's Halloween. And frankly, Rob decided to do a different vision. And to be truthful, this is not a Michael that I mind at all. Now, Rob Zombie's Halloween 1, I'm not a fan of the movie, but I respect Rob Zombie, both of his Halloween films, immensely for being its own thing and just giving us a different perspective on Michael Myers. And this Michael is an animal. And I think that this Michael could stomp the ever-living hell out of the 2018 and Kills Michael. He's just so intense. And if this were a part of the original series, I would hate it. But because it's a part of a different vision, I can respect this portrayal and by Tyler Mane and the decision for it to be this way by Rob Zombie. And I do have a lot of respect for Rob Zombie. I know a lot of you guys don't, but I do. I really respect Rob Zombie. Now we'll move on to Tyler Mane again in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. I think Tyler Mane just does a better job as this more human take on Michael in this movie than he did in the first movie. Now, he was really good in the first movie, but in this movie, man, Michael is just ruthless. He is barbaric, and he murders people in this movie. And I mean murders them, obliterates them. The stuff that he does to people in this movie looks painful, and it feels painful just by the sound effects of the stabbing of the big Bowie knife. And I think even the kills in this movie are actually better than Halloween Kills. Because, you know, that movie feels big and studioized, where this movie, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, the killing is brutal, but it doesn't feel so over the top. It feels real. And this Michael, man, he is just more of an animal in this movie than he is in the first, like I said. He's phenomenal for this type of Michael, for this type of portrayal, this vision. I think Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is just, you know, I respect the movie a lot. It's not a movie I love, but I respect Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 a lot more than 2018 and Kills. Alright, moving on to George P. Wilbur in Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. Now, I like this portrayal. The mask is absolutely horrific, and not in the way that it was intended to be, but George P. Wilbur delivers a performance of Michael that feels kind of like the original film, with the stalking and whatnot, but he has his moments where he's just a big hulking beast, and it's fun to watch at times, where he kills the doctor in the van by jamming his thumb into his forehead. He buries a spike in some sorry-ass mechanic and practically impales Brady's face with his thumbs. He rips a guy's neck out and fights the rednecks in the back of the truck and just absolutely whoops their asses. This Michael is brutal, and I can be entertained by him sometimes. Halloween 4, though, is one of the better sequels. It's not fantastic. It's probably not even good to me, but I can get enjoyment out of it sometimes. I have to be in the mood to really watch Halloween 4, but the reason why I can get more enjoyment out of Halloween 4 than some of the other sequels is because of George P. Wilbur's Michael. He is phenomenal, and I like it a lot. Alright, moving on to Brad Loree and Halloween Resurrection. Now, Resurrection, horrible movie, but I feel like I do really like this Michael. I even like the mask in this movie. I didn't really appreciate seeing Michael being kung fu kicked out a damned window, but besides that, this Michael is really close to the original movie in terms of mannerisms and the fact that he stalks inside of his house, which was kind of cool to see Michael stalking people while they're in his house. And I really believe that this is the 1978 Michael Myers trying to literally go into retirement while having these stupid, insufferable, worthless, inhumane pieces of dog shit kids interrupting his retirement. So he decides to kill them Michael style. I enjoyed that aspect of Halloween Resurrection. Alright, so we are in the top three, and we got George P. Wilbur in Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers, taking the bronze medal. I always felt scared of this Michael, and I use this picture because I really like this shot of Michael. It is one of the better parts of this mess of a movie, but he is incredibly sadistic in this movie, and I do enjoy the Operation Room massacre scene where he just annihilates everyone in that stupid operations room. And I want to go ahead and stress this: when I say that, I don't mean that I think that these are fantastic scenes, because I will always prefer the original intent of the character in the original film, but there are elements of these sequels that I enjoy kind of in a vacuum that I can enjoy during the Halloween season. So I don't want people to think when I say I like this part, that means that I think it's a brilliant, masterpiece of horror. It's not. But I did like the Operation Room massacre scene from just an entertainment perspective. The strobe light just really added that intensity. Now, the movie is bad to me, like I said, but this movie, as far as a portrayal of Michael, as well as the mood and the atmosphere just of the overall film, feels close to the original. And I like the mask in this movie a lot. I really am a fan of the mask. I feel that this Michael could beat the 2018 and kills Michael in a fight just easily. And of course, Michael stalks in this movie, and the stalking is actually fantastic in Halloween 6, minus H2O, where I thought the stalking was good. I actually think that they execute the stalking the best out of all the sequels in Halloween 6, not counting 1 and H2O. But yeah, George P. Wilbur is literally the only redeeming quality of terms of characters in this movie, because the chick that plays Kara Strode, she's a great actress. She's a bland character. Paul Rudd's terrible in the movie. It's not a good movie, but I don't mind watching Halloween 6. I really don't mind watching it a lot of the time. Alright, we got Chris Durand in H2O. That'll be taking the silver medal. Chris Durand is fantastic. I know a lot of people don't like his portrayal, and that's fine. I really do. I don't like the scene where he sits up like the Undertaker after being thrown out of the van, but besides that, Chris Durand to me feels really close to the 1978 Michael. The mask is great, though I would have liked it better if we didn't see much of his eyes, but I do like the overall mask. But he feels like a mixture of being a man while having a supernatural element to him, which makes him feel closer to the 78 film than even Halloween 2 did. That's a part of that alternate timeline. So I really enjoy Chris Durand as Michael Myers. I really like the stalking in this movie, and all of that just makes this movie feel more like the original Michael. Now, the movie is not anywhere near as good as the original, but it's a serviceable, at best, sequel that I think they actually get a lot right with Michael Myers. Other than that awful CGI mask, but I don't even really remember what that mask looks like. But yeah, Chris Durand takes the silver medal, and surprise, surprise, first place with the gold medal, Nick Castle in the 1978 classic. This is the definitive shape to me. The look of him is terrifying. The mannerisms, they feel man-like, but the character has a supernatural edge to him. Nick Castle makes me feel unsettled in scenes where I see him carrying Annie's corpse into the house, or scenes of him stalking Laurie outside of the school and outside of her bedroom. The stalking is just 100% perfect with this Michael. This is the movie for me, mainly because of the portrayal of the shape. There's other great things about it, but the shape is why I love Halloween 1978. And Donald Pleasance as well, but that's what he is, the shape in 78. He's not this Michael Myers phantom type of immortal serial killer like he becomes in the sequels, and like I know that's what they're gonna do with this new Halloween film. Because that's what they've already set up in Kills. But Nick Castle is the most terrifying shape, and I would even like to I would love to meet Nick Castle one of these days. But yeah, that's it, guys. And you know what? To be honest with you, I'm glad that I've kind of regained the heart to talk about Halloween again. Considering some of my YouTube friends like Everyday Horror and Cult Classic Cage and whatnot are still talking Halloween, those when they talk Halloween, it kind of makes me regain the interest to talk about it some more. But to be honest, I was getting a bit sick and tired of just seeing Halloween related stuff, all because of the stupid Halloween Ends trailer that I have. I have zero interest in that movie. But my friends here on YouTube that keep posting stuff, you guys know who you are, Cold Classic Cage, and the rest of you guys, you're my friends, and I'm glad that you guys are putting Halloween stuff out, and it's kind of helped me regain the heart to make Halloween videos. But yeah, as well as I'd like to make Halloween videos that aren't pertaining to the stupid Halloween Ends trailer. Mainly because every time I find a new Halloween video, it's stupid stuff about the Halloween Ends trailer that's probably not going to be significant in the movie whatsoever. But whatever, that's neither here nor there. So I hope you guys liked the video. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'm out. Peace.